So you're thinking about leaving California and moving to New York City? Maybe you've already done some research. Maybe you've even visited. But I promise you, what you've seen on Instagram and what it actually costs to live here are two very different things. In this video, I'm breaking down the real cost of moving from California to New York City. Rent, taxes, groceries, transportation, the hidden fees nobody talks about. And I'm going to show you exactly what your California dollar actually buys you here in New York. Whether you're moving for a job, a lifestyle change, or you just need a fresh start, stay with me because by the end of this video, you're going to know more about the true cost of New York City living than most people who already live here. Before we get into it, if you are seriously considering a move from California to New York City and you want someone in your corner, hi, my name is Joshua Fasu and I'm a New York City real estate agent. And you can reach me directly through the social media links and email address in the description below. I work with California transplants, people moving from LA, San Francisco, San Diego, and I help them find the right neighborhood, the right building, and make sure they don't overpay or get caught off guard by things nobody warned them about. You don't have to figure this out alone. The link to connect me is down below. Now, let's get into it. Let's start with something nobody says out loud. Moving from California to New York is a culture shock even if you think it won't be. You're going from a car-dependent lifestyle to a city where most people don't own a car at all. You're going from a sprawling square footage to apartments where 700 square feet feels generous. And you're going from state income tax to state and city income tax. Yes, New York City has its own tax on top of New York State's. But here's what's also true. Your cost per experience in New York City can actually be lower than California. No car payments, no car insurance, no gas. The subway goes almost everywhere for $3 a ride. That alone saves many California transplants $800 to $1,200 a month compared to what they were spending on a car. So before we talk numbers, shift your framework. You're not just comparing rent prices, you're comparing entire lifestyles. This is the big one. Let's be direct. Manhattan. A one-bedroom apartment averages $3,800 to $4,500 a month. A studio runs $2,800 to $3,500 a month. If you want two bedrooms, budget around $5,500 to $7,000 or more. Brooklyn. This is where a lot of California transplants land. Neighborhoods like Park Slope, Williamsburg, and Prospect Heights offer one bedrooms between $2,800 to $3,800 a month. More affordable pockets like Crown Heights or Flatbush can bring that down to $2,200 to $2,600 a month. Queens, Astoria, Long Island City, and Jackson Heights are increasingly popular. One bedrooms range from $2,200 to $3,200 a month. More space and slightly less buzz. The Bronx and Staten Island. Most affordable boroughs, but less commonly chosen by California transplants, so we'll focus less here. Now, if you're a buyer coming from California with equity, this market looks very different. A $1.2 million condo in New York City is a completely different product than a $1.2 million home in LA. In New York City, that buys you a well-appointed two-bedroom in a full-service building in a prime neighborhood. In LA, you might be fighting over a small house with deferred maintenance in a decent area. For buyers, New York City can actually feel like better value per dollar. Important New York City specific fees buyers need to know. Number one, matching tax. 1% on purchases over $1 million. increases on a sliding scale above that. Number 2, closing costs. Buyers typically pay 2 to 4% of purchase price. Number 3, co-op boards. If you're buying a co-op, which is very common in New York City, expect a board interview, financials review, and strict approval process, very different from California. California already has the highest state income tax in the country, up to 13.3%. So New Yorkers feel your pain. Here's what changes. Number 1, New York State income tax is up to 10.9%. Number 2, New York City income tax, an additional 3.876% on top of state tax. Number 3, combined top marginal rate in New York City. That's over 14.7%, slightly higher than California. However, and this is critical, there is no state income tax on Social Security benefits in New York, and New York has favorable treatment for pension income. If you're retiring to New York City, the tax picture looks a little bit different. Sales tax in New York City is 8.875%, higher than most of California's base rate, though similar to LA County's combined rate. Property taxes. This surprises people. New York City's property tax rates are actually lower than many suburban markets, but assessments and abatements vary widely by building. A $1.5 million condo in Manhattan might have a monthly tax bill of $1,200 to $2,500 depending on abatement status. Always check this before you buy. Let's talk about the day-to-day. Groceries. Expect to spend 20 to 30% more than you did in California. A weekly shop for one person runs $100 to $150 at a mid-range store like Trader Joe's or Whole Foods. Buying at local markets or Aldi, Lidl can bring this down. Dining out. New York City has every price point imaginable. A casual lunch runs $18 to $25. A mid-range dinner for two is $80 to $130 with drinks. But you also have incredible $1 pizza slices, $10 banh mi, $13 ramen. The food scene rewards people who explore. Utilities. Most New York City apartments include heat and hot water in the rent. That's a big difference from California, where you pay those separately. Electricity for one bedroom averages around $60 to $100 a month. No AC bills in winter, obviously, but summer electric bills can spike. Internet, $60 to $80 a month, pretty standard. Gym, $20 to $250 a month, depending on whether you go budget, such as Planet Fitness, or boutique, such as Equinox or SoulCycle. In California, the average person spends, number one, car payments. That's around $500 to $700 a month. Number two, insurance. That's around $150 to $250 a month. Number three, gas. That's around $200 to $300 a month. Number four, parking. $100 to $400 a month. 5, maintenance. That's around $100 per month on average, with a total of $1,050 to $1,750 a month just to own and operate a car. In New York City, you will never pay more than $35 in a rolling 7-day period. Once you pay for 12 regular rides, totaling $36 in a week, every subsequent ride for the rest of that 7-day period is free. City bike membership is $185 a year. Taxis and Uber exist for nights out or heavy loads. Most New York City transplants from California report that giving up their car saves them enough to cover a significant portion of their rent increase. This is a section that saves people real money. Broker fees. In New York City, renters have historically paid broker fees, sometimes 15% of annual rent, about 1 to 2 months' rent, just to secure an apartment. Laws have shifted, and landlords now often cover this, but not always. Know before you sign. First month, last month, security deposit. Many New York City landlords require first month and 1 and 2 month security upfront. On a $3,500 per month apartment, you could need $10,500 cash just to move in. Income requirements. New York City landlords typically want to see income of 40 to 50 times the monthly rent. For a $3,500 per month apartment, that means demonstrating $140,000 to $157,500 in annual income. If you're relocating and starting a new job, get an offer letter. You'll need it. Guarantors. If you don't meet income requirements, you'll need a guarantor, or you can use a third-party guarantor, service like Insurant. Typically costs 4.5 to 10% of annual rent. Moving costs. A cross-country move from California to New York City for a 1 to 2 bedroom home typically runs $4,000 to $10,000 or more, depending on volume and timing. Storage. Many New York City apartments lack storage. A 5x5 or 5x10 storage unit runs $100 to $250 a month in the city. Here's the honest answer. It depends entirely on where in California you're coming from and where in New York City you land. If you're leaving San Francisco or Santa Monica and moving to Brooklyn or Queens, your total monthly cost of living may be comparable or even lower when you factor in no car costs. If you're leaving Sacramento, Fresno, or a lower cost of living part of California, yes, New York City will be meaningfully more expensive. But here's what the numbers don't capture. Density of opportunity, career growth, networking, cultural access, and the energy of living in one of the most dynamic cities on the planet. For many people, that ROI is real, and it's why California transplants are one of the largest groups moving to New York City year after year. If you're a buyer specifically, come with your California equity, understand the New York City market, work with someone who knows it, and you can find extraordinary value here. Moving to New York City is a big decision, and my goal is to help you make it with confidence. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more honest insights about living, renting, and buying in New York City. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.